when you look at all these guys, there's about 250 folks that we call founding fathers. Now the difficulty today is when people talk about founding fathers, they don't talk about 250. They will pick one or two and they'll say, oh, they're all atheists, agnostics, and deists. And they do that very frequently with the signers of the Declaration. If they show you the picture of the signers, the 56 guys, and they're all founding fathers, we don't exist without the Declaration of Independence, they will say, well, look at Franklin and look at Jefferson. Why, they were all like that. Not really. Of the 56 guys who signed the Declaration, 29 held seminary degrees. So we're talking about more than half the signers of the Declaration were trained for ministry? Yeah, but what we get...
This is a lie that's been used by Barton for a very long time, and one that has become more and more blatant over the years. He used to just say that half the signers of the Declaration had seminary degrees, counting on his audience not knowing that the word seminary, as it was used in the days of the founders, just meant a school. In fact, in Webster's 1828 dictionary, the definition of seminary doesn't even mention religion. Webster's definition was, quote, any school, academy, college, or university in which young persons are instructed in the several branches of learning which may qualify them for future employments. But of course, the almost exclusive use of the word seminary today to mean a theological seminary allowed Barton and the others who picked up on his little trick to just let their audiences assume that half the signers of the Declaration having seminary degrees meant that half the signers of the Declaration were ministers. In reality, only one of the 56 signers, John Witherspoon, was a minister, not 29 of them. There were two others, William Williams and Robert Tree Payne, who did study for the ministry at some point in their educations, but neither of them ended up becoming a minister. Williams studied theology under his clergyman father for a while after graduating from Harvard College, but he ended up becoming a merchant. And Payne, who was expected by his family to become a minister because it was sort of the family business, also began to study theology after graduating from Harvard College, but gave it up to become a merchant and then later a lawyer. And while the colleges and universities that the founders went to were founded by religious denominations and did offer divinity degrees, almost all of their graduates among the signers of the Declaration had studied either law or business. A few had a general education before going on to either study law privately or return to their farms, and 2 studied medicine. What Barton is doing is the equivalent of saying that if someone today gets a computer science degree from a Christian college, then they're a minister. Since making that video last year, I've been doing some research for Volume 2 of my book, which I'm working on right now, and I have come across one other signer of the Declaration who had a theology degree. That was Lyman Hall from Georgia. He was a minister in Connecticut briefly until some moral indiscretion got him booted out of his church, at which point he decided to become a doctor instead. I am looking into what exactly this moral indiscretion was. Whatever it was, he admitted to it and left the ministry. Sounds like it might be an interesting story.